We have to have a responsibility to defend the founding principles of this country, even when it's uncomfortable. The assassination on Wednesday at a college campus in Utah of conservative activist Charlie Kirk, that was tragic and it was horrific. The motives are not known. Social media is doing what it does, fanning the flames. And so let me be clear, political violence has no place in our society. Our democracy depends on people being able to disagree, sometimes vehemently, without being attacked violently. And at the end of the day, Charlie Kirk was a father, a husband. His family should be holding him close today instead of mourning him. We have to lower the temperature of the political climate. Look, Charlie held strong to his beliefs, but he welcomed debate with those who disagreed with him. Let's just be clear: we condemn his assassination in the strongest terms. And look, I think I appreciate that what I've seen overall and overwhelmingly is that both Republican and Democratic leaders across the board have come out and condemned it as such. It's important to point out this is not an isolated incident. Um, our country is enmeshed in a cycle of violence that is unacceptable. You saw it with the attack of Nancy Pelosi's husband, Paul Pelosi. You saw it just earlier this year. We had a Minnesota state senator on to talk about the assassination of one of her colleagues and their spouse, and the shooting of another, who were targeted, very directly targeted for being leaders of that party in Minnesota. What our founding documents talk about, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, requires that we learn how to disagree, and that's part of a democracy. Freedom
Yeah.
of speech. You can disagree. Somebody can say something that you think is ridiculous. Whatever the case might be, it doesn't matter which side it is. They have the right to have their opinion. The other thing is that this happened on a college campus, and it wasn't the only incident where students saw violence yesterday. There was a shooting also in Denver,
Yeah.
where a teenager shot two classmates at a high school um, before turning the gun on himself. These are terrible, terrible situations that just also speak to the epidemic of gun violence in our country, and we deserve a serious debate on reducing gun violence as well.
And we can't assume on either side that we have all the answers. We have to have the conversation if we're going to make the American experiment work.
And hopefully Americans of all political persuasions will find a way to find common ground in the coming days.